Hello everyone, this is the 19th episode of my weekly show G.GOES Live, broadcasting from Per-vurt DJ and Music Production School. Last week I was solo. I talked about MIDI and stuff that's related to plugging things in the studio, etc. And tonight I have a guest. This is a special episode as I host my very good friend, someone who is really a controller in the scene nowadays, a trademark in the urban and hip-hop and mashup scene in Lebanon. He's someone really who is really doing a lot of good things now to the scene when it comes to the hip-hop and bringing in new ideas, new forward thinking, etc. This is Jack Sleiman. How are you, Jack?
I'm great, man. How are you?
Thanks for coming.
It's a pleasure.
It's been a while.
First of all, before I even start, wow. You guys don't see this, but I walked in. The last time I came here was about 8 years ago.
Yes, it's 9
right before I went 9 years ago. The space was a basement. There was nothing here. Wow. Wow. Amazing.
Thanks.
Great job, man. You guys,
Thanks,
you've been doing a great job, and I've been following up on everything that you've been doing.
You too. You too.
I try.
I try. Man, I always see a lot of posts on your Snapchat. You're so active on Snapchat.
I like to be defined as a Snapchat whore, which is fine. It's fine. We can swear here. It's fine. I love to be active on my Snapchat. I think it's a tool that lets you become so close to the people who follow you and who actually want to be part of your life. So it's not just, okay, I'm going to go see him in a club or see him play in a venue, but I want to see what he does at night. I want to see what he does in the morning. I want to see what he does in the afternoon. I think it's cool so they can actually see a different side of you. We're not monsters. We're DJs. We have a normal life. We like to fuck around. We like to have some fun. So I think that's a crazy tool to show people what you actually do during the day. So I think, yeah, I love that.
Jack, by the way, so many people ask me nowadays, is the scene more dominated by the underground type of music, or is it also in the commercial hip-hop dance style? What do you think about that?
Look, I might be wrong. I might be very wrong, but my personal opinion is back in the 90s, or let's say up to the late 90s, I think, yes, there was a very massive underground scene. In my opinion, and I also might be wrong, today, people just want to, I'm going to rephrase that. Today, the majority of places they stuck to going very mainstream and very commercial, especially these new clubs that are coming and are opening up in Beirut. So all these massive venues are doing very good. Why? Because they're giving the crowd what it seems to be what the crowd wants, which is the mainstream, the commercial music. Underground scene, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't have no idea. I don't know how good it is. I don't know if they're. I don't know how big it is.
So you're only focusing on what you do.
I focus on what I do. I focus on what makes money, as well. So for me, I follow what's a trend, in my opinion, and I see what people like and what people enjoy. I'm a hip hop DJ, right? So, but I'm also a mashup DJ. I love playing pop. I love playing rock. I love playing dance. It's fine. So I'm the kind of person who likes to follow a trend. When I go home at night, it's not like I'm going to be listening to hip hop and to Tupac or to Biggie or to Future or Freddie Wap. I don't do that, you know. But when it comes to a club, you have to understand that it's also a business. So give people what they want, and don't give them what you think is right. Give them what works. And I think mainstream is working like a charm.
Yeah, guys. For those of you who don't know who Jack Sleiman is, for my friends outside of Lebanon, etc., Jack started at a very, very early age, at least the age of the scene in Beirut, and he has so much to share with you guys. He has so much. We have so much to talk about anyway. For those people who want to know what's next when it comes to them being fresh DJs or like those new talents, they want to know what to do next to have this chance to play for a crowd, etc. Jack is a perfect example because he had this vision, he asked for it, and the universe just said, take it.
You know what? Straight up, that's exactly what it is. You couldn't have said it better. That's exactly what it is. And I was talking about the story. I was saying, because I get approached by a lot of people, and we have this question from a lot of people saying, how I want to be there. A lot of your students, for example. And it's simple. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. That's the first thing that comes with a whole package. Whatever it is that you want to do. Being a DJ, for me, one of my first gigs, funny enough, was a room. There used to be this very famous club. It was a very famous club back in the days, and there was this Chinese restaurant, and there was a small room that led to, it was either the kitchen or like the, I don't know, it was this empty room that they turned into a bar. It fit about 20 people. And one of my first gigs in Beirut was there, and I was so young. I was so young. I was so young, damn it. And I was playing for about 20 people, and I was like, wow, this is amazing, this is insane. And people were interacting, and people loved it, and I was like, this is amazing. I feel like I'm doing something. And I used to go to bed at night, and I used to be like, damn it, I said, wow, playing for 20 people, this is how it feels like. This is the feeling that it feels like, playing for 20 people and making sure that they're happy and they love what they hear. Imagine how it is playing for 10,000 people. And I used to go to bed at night, and I used to tell myself, I said, no, like, I want to see how it feels like. And I used to go to bed, I used to sleep at night. I used to picture myself playing for 10,000 people. Every single night. A year later, I opened up for 50 Cent in Beirut, in Lebanon.
And the image was in reality now.
Wow. You know, that was one of my biggest shows. That was my first biggest show that I did. And that's the biggest lesson. Just believe in yourself, because if you don't, then no one else will. And you have to want it. Just want it.
Wanting, not needing.
Don't need it.
Yeah.
Don't do it for the wrong reasons. Don't do it for, a lot of people do it for the wrong reasons. We all know that. A lot of people do it for the wrong reasons. Do it because this is what you want to do. Do it because you want to affect people's lives that way. People ask me, they're like, why do you DJ? Why? What's the reason? What do you feel? And it was always the same answer. It's so cool to have a tool in front of you, to be able to have a crowd in front of you and mess with their feelings. You control what they feel, but that's all it is. You know, like, you control their feelings. You can make them happy, you can make them sad, you can make them depressed, you can make them down, you have the control. You control them for 3-4 hours. Do a good job at it. That's it. And it's amazing. It is.
Now, you know, when in Lebanon, when you hear the word hip, okay, before you even hear the word hop, you think of this guy.
You do?
You've been doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
In keeping this alive, because, you know, as I asked you before, the underground scene is really worldwide. It's taking a big chunk of everything, and in Lebanon we still have this hip hop / dance / mashups thing that I don't see a lot of DJs that are doing a lot of mashups these days. And from what I know, from the clubs that you manage, from the events that you host, and from wherever you are, it's always a full house. So what's the secret behind this? How do you always manage to make something so successful and people talk about it all over again and again, the next day, this next week, they all come back and come back? What's the secret?
It's no secret. I'm a firm believer in hard work pays off. Hard work pays off. Hard work pays off. So you can't sit at home and be booked for a show and be like, I'm booked, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna get paid. No, it doesn't work that way. You see, whether you're a promoter or whether you're a DJ or whether you can be either. And if you don't work hard for it, if you don't pretend like it's your night, like, it makes a difference. If I don't want to play for an empty crowd, I don't want to play for an empty club. So you work for it. You make sure that you do everything in your power to sell out at that night. And now, for example, my next date is tomorrow, or my next date is on Saturday. I'm focusing on my next show. I'm focusing on the show after. I get paid the same amount of money, but it doesn't matter. But you need to work. You need to work and make sure your night is successful. What makes it successful is being different. And being different is very scary for a lot of people. Oh, very, very scary. And that's something I learned from DJ Snake. I learned that from DJ Snake not too long ago when we were playing a show, and he stopped the music and he played "I Will Survive." I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston. So it was a jam-packed night. There was 1,000 people. He stops the music. Whitney Houston, "I Will Always Love You." Dude,
that's different. That's different.
I was like, what? And it looked so stupid. It did. It looked so fucking stupid. And everyone was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And then a few years later, the guy became a phenomenal. The guy is huge. So up to this day, funny enough, he plays arenas of 50,000 people, 80,000 people, and he still does that. He stops the music and he would play Whitney Houston, "I Will Always Love You," and then you also have, what's his name, Steve Aoki, who also played the Titanic theme song as well, and he actually got what's her name, the Titanic. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? What's her name?
The actress?
The singer, not the actress. She's old, man. What's her name? The French Canadian.
X?
No, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And he got her on stage, and they did the Titanic theme song, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" And goosebumps. I don't know what. Just because there was 50,000 people in the crowd or 10,000 people, so it was okay. But he was testing it on crowds when there was 500 or 1,000 people. So yeah, it's okay to be different. It's okay to do something outside the box. Don't imitate. Don't imitate anyone. Whatever you want to do it because you think it's right. And if it's okay if it fails, you can do something else and it's going to succeed. That's what I think.
Yeah, even in the underground scenes, Van Vat, who is one of the leaders of the techno scene, he did the same thing. In a huge festival, he just took a vinyl from Michael Jackson and he played the original Michael Jackson Beat It, or I forgot what the name, and everyone, people went crazy.
Exactly.
So this is one of the things that a DJ can do nowadays. It's just not like playing tracks and mixing tracks. Everyone can do that.
It's true.
So, and the material that you're playing also, because I always see that you focus on mashups.
Yeah.
How important is this to have an original material, original mixes, original stuff that you do in the studio maybe, and you mash up things or you do them live, etc. But how important is that for a DJ to stand out nowadays?
I think it's very important. I think it's always important to have your own material. First of all, before I continue, yes, Celine Dion. I just saw in the comments. Yes, I feel like an idiot. Yes, Celine Dion. I was in Montreal for like 10 years. My bad. I think it's very important to have your own material. Why? Because unfortunately, yes, you do have a lot of people who try to, who go to clubs and go to places in all over the world, not in Beirut, all over the world, and they're like, okay, so this works here, so I'm going to take it as is. I'm going to do it here. But you see, but when you have your own material and when you create your own mashups and you create your own moments. Like one of them, I have a moment, which is the Lion King song. I think it's phenomenal. I put the Lion King song, and it's and you put your hands up in the air, and it's like a moment. It's crazy. It's really cool. So create your moments, and you can only do that. So you can do that at home, and it's not something you can download from the internet, and because someone else did it. No, I think it's very important for you to stand out.
That's how you be creative, and
of course.
And by the way, when you focus on your events or the clubs that you manage, or the gigs that you host, etc., you focus on what's remains in the memory of the people. It's just the essence of the night itself, rather than what you played or what you did. So you create this kind of the experience of it.
Look, I'm going to take that question. I'm going to drift somewhere else. To all DJs, it's my opinion as well. People don't remember if you mixed the song right. People don't remember if it was it in key, was it perfectly done. I'm sorry to break this to you. No one gives a shit. I'll give you an example why no one gives a shit, and I'm sure you guys agree. If you do agree, please comment on the section below and let me know what you guys think. If you're playing in a club right now, a top 40 club, any club which is completely mainstream, you could be playing garbage. And you could stop the music any way you want, and you could throw a Despacito. Yes, you can throw that song. And you can look at people's reaction. They're like, oh my God, it's like they're in heaven. Sad. It's sad, and it's true. What does that mean? That means that people don't give a shit about how you're mixing it. And if it's on key or if it's on beat, they don't care. You have to be. That's my personal opinion. But don't stress too much on that. Stress on creating moments, because people go home at night after having a good night out or having a night out. They go home and they're like, oh my God, this happened, that happened. I got goosebumps. I played a song with Michael Jackson or anyone. And you get goosebumps. You create memories. Clubs, in my opinion, is a place you go to create memories. Whether it's by meeting someone, by listening to a music, by remembering a thought. When you play old school music, when I play 90s hip hop, which brings me back to the days where I was in high school, which is really cool. And it brings back memories and thoughts. And oh my God, I was with this girl at that time, and I used to listen to a song on the radio. And so that's what a club is. That's what a DJ should do, and just create as many memories as you can. That's
regardless of the technicalities of all these things and the technologies.
Look, I respect all DJs, especially the ones who know how to scratch, and technically wise, are amazing. I respect all these DJs. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. But I don't think people go to a club to listen to people scratch. I might be wrong. I wouldn't. I don't know. As a crowd, do you think people go there to listen to someone scratching, or people playing songs that they want to hear. So that's what I personally think.
Or to have a memory out of this night.
Obviously.
By the overall management, and because you're into business
True.
now, you're doing good management, you're also playing, you're getting the fresh new talents on stage because you believe in some of them. We're going to talk about all these things. Let's go through some of the comments if we have, and say hello back to everyone with us. By the way, you guys, you can show us love by sharing this video so we can have more interaction. And you can also tell us where you're watching this episode from. Just write it in the comment, and let's see who's with us. Hands down, Jack Sleiman is the best DJ in Lebanon, from Michael Elias. And we have Cynthia Lahoud. Cynthia, we are gonna talk about you.
We have a topic about that put in place.
I'm so enjoying this, you guys. By the way, if you weren't sick, you would have been with us tonight.
It's true.
Ali, Celine Dion, Larry Hayek, Celine Dion as well, Ahmed Hamadi, Jack. Ahmed, I saw you last week in BO. Omi, Shesti, Jack in the house, Ramzi Jarudi, Joe Mitri, Cynthia again. Thank you guys for joining. And we have Med Amin, I'm from Tunisia, hello. Thank you all for being with us. We have so much to talk about. This is the hype man with me tonight for the 19th episode of G.GOES Live. And we're going to talk about also your productions, the remixes, what you did in Canada, in Montreal, and Clubaholics and all these things. So if we go back in time, Jack, I still remember something. I always used to see it maybe online or on posters. But by the way, this is how we used to launch events. You remember
that? Actually, she just took me back. Oh my God. You guys don't know this. I used to leave my house at midnight, at 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning. I used to have a stack of flyers and posters in my car, and I used to go on the street, me and my friends, and we used to, you know, the something like the actual bucket, the paint, the glue, and we used to do it at 2 o'clock in the morning so no one could actually see us, because I think it was forbidden to do it.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So we used to go at 2 o'clock in the morning and start painting and putting posters up on the streets, and it was crazy.
That's how we used to launch events, to promote the events. We used to do it personally by hand, and we used to also give flyers to the cars passing by.
And some people used to throw them back when you face a clock. You know, like, I don't want to.
Now it's all social media, and it's all one click and boost and stuff like that. So back to I used to see the Clubaholics.
Yeah.
And that's an event management company that you launched back in 2005, and it was also active in Lebanon. So tell me more about this. What is it all about? How did you start it, and why?
When I first launched my DJ career in Beirut, in Lebanon, I always wanted to have a company to back me up, right? And funny enough, no one did. So no one wanted to back me up. Sad, but true.
That's Lebanon.
Yeah. So what I did was, I said, listen, I know how I'm going to do this. And I'm going to create my own company, and I'm going to launch myself. So I can't be promoting. My name was DJ Godfather back in the days, you know that. And I can't be. You can't be the artist promoting the artist for the artist show. It sounds kind of lame, right? So I created this company called Clubaholics. It was a big name, Clubaholics. I don't know what. It's a US brand. Funny enough, I'll tell you the full story how it launched. So I launched Clubaholics. I saw the company already existed in the US. I didn't really care. It's fine. I launched Clubaholics in Beirut. And that's how I actually launched events. And so Clubaholics presents DJ Godfather, and it worked. I'm like, oh damn, it actually works. This is really cool. 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, everything was going so beautifully perfect. 1 month later, I get an email. I'm being sued by Clubaholics. LA. There was a company called Clubaholics in LA. And funny enough, look how the story turned out. They didn't want to sue me. At the beginning, they wanted to stop my production. They wanted to shut down the website. The website was so cool. It was the first nightlife website in the country. So you actually had this list of top 10 clubs. You had this list where you could actually give reviews like you already have now. But this is, you're talking what 15 years ago? Yeah. 13 years ago. And then the actual CEO of the company in LA was like, listen, I like what you're doing. Let's create a brand. So you can have Clubaholics Middle East, and we can have Clubaholics LA, and we can both benefit from each other. I was like, wow, this is perfect. And it was pure luck. we kept on doing that, and we launched many events, a lot of shows. That gave me the opportunity to start getting my friends from Cyprus, from the UK, from anywhere all over the world, bringing them to Beirut and getting them to host their shows in Beirut, which was phenomenal. And then we launched the Nightlife magazine. So Clubaholics was the first nightlife magazine in the country. The first nightlife magazine in the country.
I remember that.
And it was crazy. The hype was real. People loved it. It was so different. And yeah, and then just things evolved, and then the war happened, right?
2006. And this is when you moved to Toronto?
The war happened in 2006. I moved to Cyprus, right? Everyone went to Cyprus, so I went to Cyprus. We have a house there. And I'm like, you know what? I stopped making money in Beirut, and things went downhill. I'm not going to sit at home and be all depressed. You know, fuck that, you know? So I was in Cyprus, and I came up with this crazy idea. I said, you know what? All my friends are here. So a lot of DJs who exist in the scene right now, they're here in Beirut. They're here in Cyprus because they all evacuated Lebanon, right? So they're all in Cyprus. And so we invested in a club that, funny enough, is a bar that I used to stand on the street, and I used to PR on the street in Cyprus, on a street called Galtex. And I used to be like, okay, do you want to come in for a drink and get 2 free shots? I used to do that on the street. I used to get paid, I think it was £15 a night. So I ended up partnering up with one of the bars over there, and we started getting these DJs from Lebanon who were in Cyprus just to be safe. And we got all the Lebanese community. So it was crazy. So that continued throughout the whole summer. The war stopped in Beirut. We came back to Beirut. My office was demolished. Everything was stolen. My contract deals for the magazine all stopped. Major companies that we were partnering up with decided to pull the plug and say, we can't invest any more money. There's nothing to advertise for. Everything stopped. I don't blame them, but it was a massive, it demotivated me in so many ways, because it was something that I put my sweat, my blood into every single morning and night. It was crazy. At some points, I used to come to the office at night at like 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night and walk in and be like, wow, I've created a fucking monster. This is insane. Really? And I used to surprise myself, which I know right now is the wrong thing to do. You can never do that. Never doubt yourself. I did, and I lost everything the next day. So that happened, and the magazine went down. I stopped everything, and I said, you know what? I'm going to stop here. I'm going to move out. I'm going to go to Toronto.
And this is when many things happened.
This is where Shannon Wong, I just saw you just joined. Your accent changed. You said something. That's where I met Shannon Wong. I studied post-production. There you go. I studied post-production in Toronto. Shannon was a massive inspiration. She did so much for me. If I'm not mistaken, she used to be part of the tour managers for Linkin Park, and she was part of a lot of big things in Toronto. And things just went uphill from there. It was crazy. Yeah, I thought you did. So that's good. And then I moved to Montreal. Montreal was amazing because there were so many Lebanese in Montreal, so a lot of people knew who I was. We did massive shows. I did cool residencies. Forgot about that.
That's Lebanon, but it's cool. I have a UPS or APS.
No,
so we're still on.
I'm wondering. I'm like, why are we still on? So Montreal happened. It was amazing. I played at most beautiful clubs in the city. Buonanotte, Time Supper Club, Mumba, that just shut down recently. Time Supper Club, for example, was a supper club that used to host people not as in appearances or guests, but they used to come and have dinner. Tiesto, Lindsay Lohan, Hilary Dove, just extremely famous and powerful people. Even when Time opened their Time Cafe, they used to have Madonna. She was there having lunch one night. So it was a door to meet all these cool people and to actually show your talent. So it was a blessing. And that went very, very well.
But you built, like, you figured out a lot of things related to PR in Canada.
I learned a lot. I went to McGill. I studied public relations in McGill. I think it was one of the most useful courses I ever took in my life. And one of the most, I think if there's any course that anyone needs to take in life, it's public relations. Why? It teaches you so much. It teaches you how to interact with people. It teaches you how to talk to people. It teaches you how to fix problems in a clean way. So I studied that, and that helped my communication skills in Montreal. That helped me get to so many different levels and succeed in so many businesses that I've done in Montreal. A A lot. I failed in so many. I used to wake up with some crazy idea. I'm like, I want to do this now. And I used to go do it. And it's fine. I used to fail. It's fine. At least you tried. At least you try and you learn. One of them is going to work out. I was always like, okay, you know what? It's fine. Don't bring it up. Something's going to work. We'll do something else. And it's fine. And things just got so good.
And when you came back here, you came back with ideas, or you were just saying that I want to go back and see how things.
I came back to Beirut on holiday. I remember this. This was a summer. I wasn't actually going to come. I had no plans to come to Beirut. I came on holiday to Beirut, not planned, for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Also not planned. I didn't know how long I was going to stay for. And this was the year that Pier 7 was opening. So Pier 7 had opened, and I had come in 2-3 weeks ahead, right after they opened. I didn't know anything of Pier 7 because I was in Montreal for about 8-9 years, or 7 years back then. And that's when Pier 7 opened, and I was there one night, and I saw Mazen. Mazen was there. There were big artists like The Game, Kesha, big names, huge names. And I was like, wow, this is such a cool club. I want to play here. That's what I said. I actually said that to myself. I was in that venue, and I said, wow, I love this. This is insane. This is such a beautiful venue. I said, I'd love to play here. To myself. No one was listening to me. No one actually gave a shit. That's fine. I went home that night, and The Game had canceled. They were actually booking The Game. I think they canceled it, or something happened with The Game's flights. I don't know what happened exactly. So they're like, Jack was in the crowd last night. Why don't we get him? So they're like, oh, we have Jack. That's fine. Just, The Game isn't here. Jack, you will do fine. So I did Pier 7. I did a cool set at Pier 7 that night. I got a crazy offer from Mazen, which is someone I respect so much in this industry. The guy has built empires, literally, and the guy and I don't see it ending anytime soon. I love the way this guy's brain works. He's powerful. He was really powerful, and he still is. And we built something. I was part of his team for the next year. So I actually decided the offer was crazy. The vibe was insane. The staff was insane. The DJ crew was insane. The choreographers, the dancers, everyone there. They got everyone from abroad, from London, I remember. And the whole team was so intimate and so cool and so real. Real. That's the word. They were real. No one was full of themselves. No one was full of shit. Everyone was down to earth. Amazing people. And I fell in love with that place, and I fell in love with the whole spirit. I said, I want to be here. And I was there, and I did 1.5 years, I think, or 2 years. I don't know exactly. I was doing Beirut and Dubai, People Club Dubai as well, also by Crystal Group. And that was phenomenal. And then it came to an end, obviously. So they closed down the offices here, and everything came to an end. And yeah, then that's when I decided to move back to Montreal. But yeah, that's a whole different
And then
story.
you came back.
Yeah, because you see, when you live in chaos, like Beirut, for example, as much as you hate it, a lot of people hate it, right?
Electricity is off.
And we're still on a UPS. A lot of people hate it, right? But when you go back to a city like Montreal, I love Montreal. Montreal is like my second home. But when you go back to Montreal, you feel there's something missing. You feel that there is this. First of all, there's no such thing. Family, yes, you have family in Montreal, and you have those traits, but in Beirut, it's different. In Beirut, you can walk up to your friend at midnight, go knock on his door, be like, I need you. You can call anyone you want, any time of the day. It has the good side and bad side, but Beirut's, it's different. It has something that's so special that maybe whatever bullshit I come up with right now would make no sense, but it has something that's so different. So when I went back to Montreal, I said, this is so perfect, this is amazing, but I don't really belong here. I don't. And I said, I'm going to come back, and I did. I did.
Okay, we're back with you. That's a blooper.
All right.
So we're back again. We faced a problem with electricity, and it's okay now. Jack, we were talking about you being in in Canada, and you decided to come back again and again.
Yeah.
So what happened after that?
I love Beirut, bro.
I love the chaos?
I love the chaos. I think...
not this chaos.
Yeah, see, this doesn't work well with me, but I love the chaos. I think Beirut's amazing. With all everything that's bad that goes on, it's still home for me. That's one thing. That's Beirut for you.
And you came back to the scene, I mean.
I came back to the scene. I came back... When I came here, I think I did a show for Jason Derulo. I think we did a show for Sean Paul. I think
You played with so many names like 50 Cent, G-Unit, Chris Brown, all those big names.
The Weeknd was a cool one. The Weeknd was one of my favorites personally.
By the way, what does it feel like when you play for so many people and when you share decks with those guys? And what does it feel like? Like you still have this stage fright?
Look, my first show that I did, the biggest one that I had was 50 Cent. The first biggest one that I had was 50 Cent, right? I came up on stage terrified. Like really, like I was terrified. I was like, dude, 6 months ago I was playing for 20 people. How? What? So that was my first one. Was terrified for the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30, 40 first 10, 15 minutes, and then you just go with the flow, and it's amazing. It's cool. You get this energy from the crowd, and you portray it in your music. So that's cool. Other shows, I think it's amazing, man. I think it's amazing playing for 20,000 or 10,000 or 15,000 or 5,000, even 2,000 people. I think it's a blessing. I think it's just you have a room full of such good energy. I'm a firm believer on surrounding yourself with good energy, right? Good vibes, good energy. So you have a room full of great energy and positive vibes, people who want to have a good time, and that reflects on you, and you're the center of attention, right?
Yeah,
so
all eyes on you.
All eyes are on you, so you're like, oh, okay. You know, so whatever you do, like people are like, and then, so yeah, and I love that. I think it's amazing, and I love sharing the stage with a lot of artists. I love meeting a lot of the artists that we've done shows with. Drake was one of them, which was pretty cool. It was an interesting story, which I can't share on this. That's one thing I can't talk about.
By the way, what's your relationship with DJ Snake? Because I know that you were too close, and then he became so successful in his career, and maybe he can be also a role model to a lot of other producers and DJs, and he was to you as well.
Yes. Look, I say that out in the open. Snake did a lot for me. DJ Snake, a lot of people don't know this, but when we first signed the residency with Pure 7, with the Cristal group in the summer, DJ Snake was one of the residents at the venue, right? This was before he created music, before he did all that. He was doing mixtapes, I believe, and remixes and mashups and random stuff. And we got so close. We got really close when he was here, because he used to come very often to Beirut. He used to sleep on my couch. Like literally. Like we used to finish the show at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He used to come over, sleep on the couch. The most down-to-earth and most humble person you would ever meet in your life. And I remember his manager used to be with him. I can't even remember his name. They're so humble and they're so cool and down-to-earth. But then again, he was still a club DJ back then, you know? But he would be like, okay, I want to see what you've done. Let me listen to your mixtape. Oh my God, that's really cool. Because it's nice from time to time, especially in this industry, in this country, for people to be like, let me see what you have. I like it. Not let me see what you have. All right, you know. So it shows respect. So he respected people, and I learned a lot from him. We were close, really close. And I learned a lot from his mashups and when he was playing, because like I said, he used to play I Will Always Love You, or he would play some random stupid shit like Tutti Frutti or some shit. And I remember Mazza would be like, what the fuck? You know, and everyone was like, what the fuck? And so was I. I was weirded out by this whole thing. But that's when I evolved into mashups and breaking the crowd and doing something different. So that's what Snake used to do. A year later, so that ended. So I think I went back to Montreal. The Pure 7 days ended. And then you could hear this massive song that came out. It's Turned Down for What? Turned Down for What? It's this big thing. Everyone's turned down for what? Turned down for what? Turned down for what? DJ Snake. I'm like, what? No, come on. Like, what? So that song came out, DJ Snake, and funny enough, which is so weird that I didn't think it was him. I didn't. I'm like, is it him? And I looked into it. I'm like, DJ Snake turned out for what? Who the hell is it? And then I was like, that's him. Amazing, beautiful, 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 beautiful. And that motivated me. That was like a wake-up call. That for me was like, wow, so this guy, and back then when he did Turn On For What, he was actually selling out arenas. So 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and the list goes on. Thousands of people. His song was massive, and then he came up with Get Low, which was his second single. and then obviously middle, lean on, and so on and so on and so on and so on. But when he first created Turn Down for What, I remember I went on Twitter, and I tweeted something like, DJ Snake, thank you, because it's been a wake up call. Like, you were here, we spent a summer going back and forth, and you created a monster hit, like a worldwide monster hit. That's what it was. That's what Turn Down for What is. And
it's still till now, by the way.
Obviously, and on all his new music as well. So that was a wake-up call for me to be like, you know what, Jack, it's time for you to sit back and stop all this and just don't waste time and do something and create your own music. That's when I came up with the idea of doing Next. I called Mims. I remember I called Mims. I'm like, bro.
Next is your single.
Yes, Next is my single.
Yes.
I remember I called Mims. He was a good friend of mine. We did a lot of shows together. I said, listen, I want to do a song. This is what I want. I got this idea. I'm not sure what I want to do, but I want to do a song that you can listen to in a year from now, 2 years from now, and be like, oh, I know it's a good song. That's what I want. I didn't put my hopes up too high. I said, I just want something that sounds good. So I started working on something. I lost direction because Turn Down for What was a new trap sound, right? It wasn't hip hop.
Yeah, it was a new sound. Yeah, new sound.
I was like, what? New sound, the whole mainstream thing. I'm like, do I have to do that? Do I have to? What should I do? So then I lost focus, and then I tried to do something which was a bit trappy. It didn't sound good. Went back to doing something which was hip hop and mainstream and just simple music. And Next came out 8 months later. It took me 8 months to launch my single Next. I was never satisfied with it. I always wanted to do something else and something different. And I went back from doing it slow and then faster, then cutting this off and changing this, and it was a mess. I did it. I was so happy with the outcome with it. We did, I think, top 10 charts in 9 countries.
Nice.
9 countries.
The track is very, 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 very interesting. I heard it many times. And are you planning for more collaboration with many other artists, or you're just focusing on doing mashups now and remixes?
No, funny enough, I have my second single that I'm releasing out. It's done. It's finished today. It's finished. It's done. It's sent out to be published. It's called One For You. It's featured London Ellis. Beautiful voice. Beautiful, beautiful voice. I actually wrote the song myself, and I think it's a different sound. It's something a bit different, but you know, like someone said once, everything comes from soul. Everything comes from funk. So you know what I mean. But it's fine. That's what he called me. He's like, bro, it's fine. It's fine if it's not hip hop. It's fine. It all comes from soul music. I'm like, yes, that's my answer now. Anytime anyone wants to ask me anything, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna be like, this wise man once said to me, and all that. So that's my excuse.
He sent me a voice note on WhatsApp, and I really enjoyed this. It's such a beautiful voice, by the way.
Yeah.
The track is really serious. And when are you planning to release it?
It should be out all over the world. Everywhere.
Yeah, this kind of
3-4 weeks.
Deep house / future. It's kind of something everyone can listen to. It's easy on the ear. You can do shoulder dance to it. It's very, very. It's a nice song.
You groove on. A lot of people told me it's a summer song. My answer is it's always summer somewhere in the world, so they get to enjoy it. That's fine. You can wait till next year. So yeah, it is somewhat of a summer vibe, but that's fine. It's something different. I wanted to explore different paths in production. Funny enough, my third single that I'm also going to start working on next is going to be a bit more hip-hoppy. It has an African vibe to it, which is really, really cool. So I'm going to go back to that. But I just want to test the waters with this single that I'm very proud of.
But it's really good. It's really good. Very special and unique.
It is special. It's a motivational track. It's something that it's good. You feel good. That's what I wanted. It makes you feel good. And that's what music is. Music should always be something that makes you feel good. Not like you want to go kill someone, like, oh, So music that makes you feel good, and that's what my track is. That's what my next single is all about.
And Jack, by the way, is this the first time that you really get into owning shares and being a founder of a club? Like, because you now run the TED Club.
No, it's not the first time at all. I've always wanted to be part of something from before, where there was Boulevard 44. A lot of people know that in Beirut, to other venues in other countries. I always like to be hands-on, any as much as I can. So I'm the kind of person let's say you own a club, you're like, Jack, I want you, and you're building this club, and you're like, I want you to be part of something, and I want to build this. And I'll be like, you know what? I like you. I see this working. Let's be part of it. Or how? I want to be part of it because I know I'm the kind of person who hustles hard. I know I'm going to work hard, and I know it's going to work. I've funny enough, thank God, I think I'm blessed. But a lot of stuff has really worked out very well for me, so it's really, really cool. So whenever I start with talking to people who are launching new projects, I always like to be as involved as I can and be part of it and end up owning shares and be part of the management and running it. I've done that with a lot of venues in the past that I can't name. But yeah, it's just about being more hands-on, so I can have a say in what I want on my night. So I want to do this, and I want to do that, I want to change this, and I don't like people telling me, well, you're just a DJ, I don't want you to hear that. And the show how the fuck, you know? Dude, no man. DJs are your fucking night, so that's what I think.
And this club, TED?
Yeah.
When did you launch it? And
we launched it with a very good friend of mine, my partner, who's really amazing. We launched it about a year ago, I think, Cyril. And he actually came up with the idea. He had found this roof, which was deserted. He was throwing parties at, I don't know what, which actually worked. It actually worked with or without me in the past. So the guy, I give a lot of credit for the guy. And I was like, you know what? I was like, we can do something else. I want to build a brand. I don't want to keep it as is. Let's build a brand. Let's build TED, a teddy bear, a mascot, something that's fun and stupid. And the guy's like, are you fucking stupid? And I'm like, dude, what teddy bear? Shoot teddy bear. I was like, man, we need something stupid, something fun, whether it's a monkey or a teddy bear or a panda or whatever. I want a mascot. And that's how TED was, yeah. So that's how we built up TED. And
you manage it through you have an event management company.
Yeah, we have MSC, I have MSC Central. We do events and shows and book artists. Also part of social media marketing, e-marketing, artwork, visuals. So that we do for a lot of different countries and a lot of different places in the region. That's really, really cool. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but there's something really, I appreciate it as well, that someone like you with everything that you have, like a platform, etc., you're giving the chance to those fresh new talents to go and play. And we have Cynthia, for example. She was taking the courses at Per-vurt. She was so good at it, and now she's playing at TED.
True. I like that. You see, I was given chances in life. I wasn't given a lot of chances in life. I like giving chances to people, and I think people are very stupid to either turn them down or not to use that as a, like, be grateful. You know, be grateful for the opportunity that you have. Whether it's a club that fits 10 people or 1,000 people, whether it's a brand that's worth $1 million or $100, it doesn't matter. So be grateful someone told you, you know what, come. Cynthia, one of your students, amazing. TED was actually the first club, if I'm not mistaken. It might be the first club that she actually performed at. The first that she did was for 10 minutes. The second one was for like half an hour. Then it went on and on. Extremely talented, and she thrives from people's energy. She has this crazy aura on stage, and which is what's very important. Never be stuck up. Anyone who's learning how to DJ, anyone who's starting this, don't be conceited. Don't be stuck up. Be humble. Be grateful. Come down to earth. Whether you're playing for 1,000 people or for 10 people, it makes no difference. Be humble and be grateful. And that's what she is, though. She's grateful. And people feel that. You see, people feel that energy, and that's why she keeps getting more and more and more. And she's created a pretty cool fan base in 4 months?
She's always showing me, I have 50 new followers.
I'm like, what? That's insane. But that just shows you that if you are grateful and if you are humble and if you do things right and if you appreciate where you are in life and you always look forward to moving forward in life and you believe in yourself, then you will succeed. I think this is only the beginning for her. I think she has a long road to take, obviously.
The good thing that, besides that, of course, you're a DJ, a producer, a manager, a club owner, etc., but you also discover talents and you kind of take them under your wings. And this is how you think for the future with them as you build a kind of an agency / you manage people, you give them chances to play, and this grows with time.
Well, you see how it is. It's very simple. It's a simple formula in life. I was helped a lot in my past. I don't think anyone gets to anywhere he is in life just because he is blessed. Yes, you can be blessed, but someone always helps you. I have one of my partners, Anthony Vrali. The guy is, in my opinion, one of the living geniuses. This guy, he's helped me so much in my past. He's done so much for me, and it's insane. And my way of paying back people is doing the exact same thing. If I can help you, if I can help you succeed and get closer to what you want in life, why not? Why not? I don't believe in crushing people and breaking them. And no, I had this thing that happened a week ago on Snapchat. I'm sure you know about it. I have to bring this up. I want to bring this up for people who actually watch this. I'm not going to tell you what company. I'm just going to bring it up and say, whatever I said on Snapchat, it wasn't to demotivate DJs who actually got into this whole thing. It was just to show you that, no, it's not just that. There's so much more to it. There's so much more so much more that you can do for yourself to get there, because I don't want you to get there and be like, what the fuck, dude, this is, no, and you get a shock of a lifetime, because unfortunately, it's, maybe some people misunderstood me, but the whole idea is work hard, and it doesn't come overnight. It never comes overnight. I've been working like a dog since I can remember, and I think everyone who's ever succeeded in life is because they've been working so hard. And it makes me very sad to believe that some people would wake up and then a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks from now to be part of something which is so big. So I just wanted to put that in anywhere. And everyone who actually follows me on Snapchat, I'm sure a lot of people do, who are joining us on this conversation, I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I saw something else on your Snapchat last time. You were commenting on the competition, the DJ competition, and you had... like you had something to say, and I was scrolling, the next page on Snapchat. Yeah, well, I don't use it that much, but it was like a series of of videos that you were saying what you wanted to say about a competition in Lebanon.
I was saying what I want to say, and I'm a kind of person who praises good DJs. We have a lot of cool DJs, in this country that maybe some of them don't have the opportunity to be, for a light to shine on them. A lot of people don't have that opportunity. You see what I mean? So for me, when big brands come and try to get involved in this industry and want to shed light, dude, there's a lot of people who are extremely talented here, whether they're my friends or people that I've worked with or people that I know of or people that I've heard of. They're there, and these are the people that need to push. These are the people that I know personally, people who have been sweating every single day, waking up every single day, sleeping every single night, practicing and trying to perfect what they do for a living, and they want this to be a career for them. So I just believe that we should be able to support them more. I do my part. I do as much as I can do from my end. But I obviously think bigger corporations in the world have more power to do that. So I said what I had to say. I was more open on Snapchat because that's my baby. My Snapchat is me. It's what so here we're just gonna keep it short and just I had to.
Guys, we had to cut the video. Unfortunately, Facebook did it, not us. But if you would share this video to just let everyone who we had to just fix a problem with electricity, and just share this, show us some love. And if you have questions for Jack or for me or whatever, just post them now, because we're allocating the last 15 minutes to interact more with you and answer your questions. Meanwhile, let's go through some of the comments. We have
someone from Ibiza. That's really cool.
From who?
All right. There was one comment that I just took. If you can just go up a bit. Up. Okay, there's one comment here that says DJs in Lebanon don't support each other.
That's why, okay.
All right. So that's a message. That's a comment on this. Dude, it always starts with someone, right? So forget about what people do. If you're a DJ, I don't know if you are, you could always be the first person. It's fine. Respect other DJs, support them, push them, try to make them better. It's fine, because other people will do the exact same thing to you. So it always starts from one person. That's what I firmly believe.
We have some people saying hello to us. Hamad Shahab.
What up?
We have Mario Karam. Respect to you guys, respect back. So many people joining. Sylvain, my good friend, he's always with me on the show. Hashim Reza, Roni, Future Bass from Ross, Budiab. Who else? Cynthia sending you hearts. Big ones. And Jad Bustani, hello from Ibiza boys, keep it up. And Hassan Karaki, my very good friend. Pink, what is saying? Pink moment for pervert. Hassan. Ali Ashgar, how can you get attracted by a DJ that asks you to play at your venue? But for me, if it matters to play on key and try to make good transitions when mixing. That's something you talked a little bit about. That's from Ali Ashgar. He's also a student here, by the way. He took production and DJ courses.
I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm going to be very honest about this. I get approached a lot. And I strongly believe that I give a lot of chances to a lot of people, and I will keep doing that. And I promise you, my word is to try to give as many opportunities and as many chances as I can for new talent, for people who have just started and who think they're good enough. So Mo would call me up, Jack, you know what, I have this kid, he's really cool, you have to try him out. Brother, definitely. So I get a lot of people who want to be part of this, and I love to make my team even bigger and bigger and bigger, because I think right now we work with about, 10 DJs who became great friends of mine and family. So the bigger we make the team, the better it is for me, and I would love to. So how would you be approached? Just come to the venue, come find me. This is how simple it is. Jack, what's up, bro? What are you doing? You're good? Listen, I'm a DJ. All right, don't come to me at 1 o'clock in the morning. Come at 9, at 10 o'clock. We open the doors. You'll see me at the bar. I'm having a drink. What's up, brother? I'm a DJ. Hey, what's going on? This is my mixtape. This is my USB. Take it. Have your USB. Have your mixtape on you, in your pocket. Be
Not
like,
SCD.
Take it, and give it to me. And I'll be like, hey. You know, I was given so many chances. I was given a lot of chances from a lot of cool people. Even Maja, I'm a good friend of yours, brother. You know, the guy has helped a lot, and I think it's only makes sense for me to do the favor back to a lot of people and help out as much as I can.
Yeah. Cynthia Lahoud is saying, Jack is the perfect example of supporting other DJs. He supported and helped me with every gig.
Thank you.
Santona, I call her. Guys, if you have more questions, you can post them now. We reached the end of the episode, but we promised we wanted to allocate a few minutes for to answer your questions. If you have any, you can post them now. Jack is still here, and what's your future plans for now? Like DJing, production, clubs, business?
I have a goal. My next goal is this single. Right now it's this single. My next goal is the other hip hop single that I'm releasing. Hopefully it should be done before December. My other project is also venturing new ideas and Akon, whatever. Something different. You guys are going to know about it very, very soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Production. I reached the point where I just want to make new music. I want to test out stuff and see how it goes. I'm traveling a lot now, which is really cool. I'm doing Cyprus a lot. I have my hip hop nights, my shake nights, my club. There's a lot that's going on in this region. A lot of new residencies for the winter season, so that's really cool. And that's it. That's pretty much it.
We still have one more question from Joe Hanna. He sent it by private message, so let me go to it.
This one.
Why, Joe? Oh, it's a long question. Hey, G, here's my question for Jack. First, my DJ name is OJ, and I'm one of the 6 finalists for the Red Bull 3-style competition. Okay. My question for Jack is, why does he think the finalists are not good? He didn't say that. I don't know.
Never said that.
Maybe some of us.
But let's continue the question.
Maybe some of us, the finalists, which nobody knew about before the results came out, are better than some of the other popular local DJs in the scene right now. I don't need to offend you, Jack, but if you and some other DJs think that the competition is a joke now in Lebanon, why didn't you guys submit a 5-minute video? The main thing is showing people that we indeed are talented and not just beat matches. Now, before you, Jack, answer, let me tell you, Joe, Jack did not, I was there, I watched he did not say most of what you're saying, but I leave him to answer. I don't mean to offend you. I know you, Joe, you're a very respectful person. Of course you don't mean to, but here's Jack.
Here's Jack. All right. Joe, first of all, thanks for your message. You need to send it as a private message, and I'm fine. And you can ask me anything. And even if I do something wrong and if I say something that offends people, I do take it back, because those are not my intentions. My intentions aren't to hurt people's feelings. My intentions aren't to put people down. It's very, very simple. I'll tell you what I said, and I'll say this again. My intentions on this competition was that, yes, we have a lot of talented DJs in the country, and And like you said here, you said that why didn't they submit their videos? They did. So that they did. They did submit their videos. They weren't chosen. I'm very confused about why. This is why I reacted the way I reacted on Snapchat, because I am confused of why judges did not choose people that I know what they do, right? So other DJs who are on the 6 finalists, you have people who are talented. I never said that every single person is not talented. I said you have people who are talented. Definitely you have people who are talented, because I saw that. But the level of the 3 style is so much different than what those talented people are. And if you're new in this industry, that's fine, that's perfect. Keep doing whatever you're doing and try. And it's really cool that you did try and you were one of those 6 finalists. That's amazing. But from my experience with this competition, I saw different. Like for me, it was DJs who've been working for 10 years, dude, and 12 years and 13 years, who have been sweating every single night, perfecting their technique. Perfecting I just saw your message. Perfecting their technique to get to this competition. So I'm just saying that the level of talent wasn't, in my opinion, to the standards of what they were doing. But I don't actually mean every single one of the DJs who are on the finalists. I don't. I'm actually talking about some and not all. So keep that in mind.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. And last question. It's a funny question. Larry Hayek. Jackie Chan, شو سر جمالك? What's the secret of your...
The secret of my looks. I'm going to keep this. I like this. I'm going to stay here. The secret of my looks, well, first of all, it starts with every morning I come, I brush my beard. How are you, Larry? Big shout out to Larry, man. Really cool guy. Even Joe, man. I don't take anything personal. And Mo knows, and a lot of people know here, I try my best to support as many local DJs as I can. People who just start, like for example, Mo has students that just finished, they practice with him, and they're newbies. And for me to get a call from Mo, be like, hey, you know what? I have this student, he's probably good. I think he's up to that standard, he can do it. Dude, done! And move forward. You know what I mean? So I'm with supporting new talent. I'm with, and I love people who are getting into this industry. And I think our tools made it so much easier for us to get more and more people into this field.
Anthony Frali is asking, Jack, are you gonna sing hype on your new hip hop track?
This guy wants that. Dude,
I told you this is gonna be a funny episode.
You know what? I want to. I would, but then I just, baby, I don't know, dude. I have no idea. I would love to. I'd love to actually be part of. My friend in Dubai did that. It's called DJ Bliss. He was on a single, which was really cool. He did hype on the song, and he was part of it. He's a DJ, but it kind of worked, I think. Yeah, we'll see.
You will try it.
I'll try. I'll probably. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'll definitely try.
Hassan, stop ignoring the pink moment.
I don't know what that pink moment is.
I don't know too. That's, I don't know what you're talking about.
See, this guy owns Per-vurt. He has no idea what this pink moment is. I don't know what. I don't know.
Man, Hassan, I love you, man. Stop ignoring the pink moment.
Try. What else do you guys have?
So, any more questions? This is Jack Sleiman on the 19th episode of G.GOES Live. What do you think of Per-vurt?
The blue moon. I just got that, Hassan. Oh my God, you killed me. You killed me. I'm sorry. I am slow, dude. It's my bedtime. I'm a DJ. It's 10 p.m. It's my bedtime now. No. What do I think of Per-vurt? Look, this is a product placement. I really think that anyone who's trying to become a DJ in this country, whether you have any knowledge in it or have zero knowledge and have no clue what you're doing, but you just want to do it, I say jump on board, drive down to this place. This place is phenomenal. And Mo, this guy is a genius. Like, look around you. It's insane. Start it right? Do it right. Don't take shortcuts. Come and do it right. Because there's a lot of people and a lot of schools in this country. Some which are good, some which are bad. Some which show you, some which can teach you how to DJ in 20 minutes and teach you shortcuts in stuff that will backfire on you. That's stuff that will actually backfire on you. Do it right. Come here and let this guy show you how it's done. Because I personally, I even might be coming here as well more often because I love this. This is like a playroom for me. What? Dude, like what?
I would love to have you always, Jack. I think we have so much to discuss later on, off camera, of course. We have so many ideas.
Definitely.
I like the way you think, and also think of similar stuff, to bring something new to the industry, etc.
And you have, though. You've done a great job at it.
Yes, we have been doing whatever we can, putting everything we can for the scene, and thankfully, people are responding, and the universe as well. And we still have like few questions. I don't think we have.
That's amazing. She used to work for I still know her. I'll tell you how I know her. We did a show for Fat Man Scoop. I think it was 10 years ago. She was with the American Embassy, I think, back then. Amazing person. It's insane. She's followed me every step for the past 10 years, and it's crazy how you have people who've been there from day one, or day two, since 10 years ago, but who've been there for such a long time and who's been on the same path, and even us, like we were. I remember walking into this place like 8-9 years ago, and it's crazy how 10 years later you're still tight and you're still friends, and even though we don't talk every day, but you still know, hey, what up, buddy? You know what I mean? It's cool, and I like that. I think that's amazing.
Jack, thank you so much for being my guest on my 19th episode. It's 19. Can you imagine? This started all as a joke, and it evolved.
I would rather be on the 20th episode, but it's fine. I was on the 19th.
You will be
I'm very OCD. I'm very OCD. It has to be done right. 20, 10, 30.
9 plus 1, 10, 19. That can do the trick.
We actually did 2 episodes right now, so technically you're on the 20th. Have you noticed
that?
Do you see that?
That's really something. So, guys, thank you for being with us all this time.
Appreciate it.
Join me next week as well. I think I'm going to be solo talking about something very important. Jack, nowadays everyone can produce music, and with the technology, and I'm fortunate to be the dealer for Ableton and some other brands, Native Instrument. They are creating this technology with stuff that can help you know which key you're in, what notes are right, what notes are not, etc. So with LED lights on the keyboards or the pads, etc. I'm gonna talk about plugins and hardware that can help anyone without any musical knowledge. Of course, you have to be musical at the end of the day, but this can help you a lot with your composition and with being harmonic, etc., etc. I'll be talking. It's a series of 5 episodes. I will start with Ableton and some plugins and then hardware. Join me next week, 10 p.m. Wednesday. And that was Jack with me. We thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And see you next week. Bye-bye.